Hello everyone, welcome to the Season 8 base tour of Divergent SMP. I am Alpha Who, an admin on the server, and I have been playing since Season 1. Today, we are going through a whole lot of areas. Our first base is Aethers, with a floating moon on the sky, with a lovely house and a wizard's tower. I really love how this kind of gives a magical, celestial feeling of the base. I think it's really cool that we have a base that actually uses the happy gas as intended. Because when they released it out, they had gas parking, and I'm surprised that the gas actually stay put after you park them. So I'm very glad that they're happy gas. Hopefully we don't fall off. There we go. But it seems like the way to get up is through one of these wizards' tower. I'm going to go ahead and go into this small one first, actually. So this one has a little nice cozy area going up. The ladder will give us a lectern. Ooh, there's 14 pages worth. In holes of stone where whispers creep, where shadows crawl and secrets sleep, there sat a council, 10 in line, each bound by oath, each marked by sign. One, the founder, pale and grim, held knowledge locked within his limb. His hand was black with rot and blight. He claimed he touched the edge of night. Two would tally, count and keep. They had lost her sight to things too deep. She saw the sum that shouldn't be, and numbers whispered, set us free. Three, the builder, carved the halls with hands that bled along the walls. The doors he made would not unmake. The paths he paved would weave and wake. Four would judge and weigh the sin, but found no justice deep within. His scales would tip of their own will, and nameless voices call him still. Five, the scribe, with ink of red, who only wrote what must be read, and though his hands grew weak with age, his quill still moves. We turn the page. But six, the youngest, born in dread, was told to fear what lay ahead, for seven's seat was cracked and bare, the shape that sat no longer there. A place unfilled yet not unclaimed, a number spoken yet unnamed. For 7 ate and still it eats, a hunger vast, a void beneath. When first it came, no soul could flee, for numbers break, but never 3. They whispered warnings, let it be. Yet 7 laughed, you count on me. Now 6 sits silent, cold with fright, and will not speak of what took flight. For numbers end, but hunger stays, and 7 waits for endless days. 8, the warrior, slays with the blade, always killing, peace never made. He sliced and chopped, his path was bound. They kill 7 for what he's done, but vengeance never found. 9 was missed, his wonderful, delightful dreams of bliss. 7 grew jealous, he grew with his anger. Eventually he snapped, devouring, tired of seeing him get pampered. Finally 10, craving power, the only double digits he wanted to rule. When 9 was gone and 7 fled, 10 saw his chance, his time to strike. He took his chance and stole the throne, then accepted, grieving and mourning, now he rules. It's all his to own. Now that was just one elaborate 6-7 joke. This was confirmed. They told me about this book before I was reading it, and they said this was a 6-7 allegory. So now there is one tower here that we must go up. This one should lead us to the house above. I think this is the one right here. So, ooh, look at that. So we got a storage system. I really like how they use the invisible item frames to label their chests. I think this is Cassie's head, which we'll see later in the future. We got a dried ghast here. I don't know how I feel about it being used as a decorative block like this, but, you know, it does match the color palette, so I'll let it slide. Going up further towards the top, this is the bedroom, and it has a nice little loft area. You can see above, I guess when you're on the bed, you can see from below. See people hanging out from the bottom, it's pretty nice. I don't think I saw a nether portal. I mean, there are a bunch of black frames with purple glass, but none of them really scream nether portal to me. And there are a couple more towers. I think this is another tower we can go through, and I think this leads up to the top. So it looks like we got staircases. Ah, there's another portal. We'll hold off on the nether portal for now, because we'll get to see the main thing for the nether in a bit. But let's keep going up these stairs and let's see what we have. And this seems to be some kind of table. I think it is missing a painting of some sort, I think. I'm not sure. But this seems to be another workstation for a wizard on top of its tower. I think they've only been here for a month. Like, they've joined the server quite late, near the end of the season. But they have pretty much made an awesome home here. With so little time, too. I could not imagine doing this in such a short period of time. Like, we also got a campfire here. It's very nice and cozy. I think we can sit down if we just do this. Yep, there we go. We also got... Oh. It does make sense. They are an Elden Ring fan. I mean, this whole base, even for their fun facts, they said that this was a... They had an homage to Ronnie. I mean, it kind of makes sense. There's a whole moon here. There's a whole moon here. Lots of blue, lots of rises. I could see the vision. But okay, this was Aether's base. I really love the look of this. This is a very good start. Just shows that even a small base like this can still have a lot of charm. You don't need to focus too much on the actual scale of things, and having a solid idea and sticking to it makes a very nice, welcoming start. All right, our next stop. We are jumping straight off of here, and we will be going straight into the Season 8 spawn. So here is the shopping district. I'll be showing this off. This is the heart of economy in our server. And I think we can go ahead and start showing off just a few shops here. So we got, I believe this is Shroot's cow farm. Yep, right here, shop by Shroot. So we got food and beef in case you needed food. We have Reconsons. I think this is the gear shop for armors, tools, and such. I think they also had a book setup too. Yeah, I think this is the bookshop, right? Yeah, here's the bookshop. I think this might have been a partnership between Reconson and Penguin, which we'll see in a bit. But it's very nice. I do love the hall here. It's very big. It's very modern looking too. We got ourselves the Prismarine shop. I'm pretty sure this is owned by Control, if I'm not wrong. Still in Prismarine. I do love the look of this building. We got a rocket shop, I believe. This is owned by Ben, a big rocket design, selling a ton of rockets. I usually get my stock from here. We got a golden carrot shop with this cute little villager at here, this little camp. Ethically sourced golden carrots. So I'm assuming this villager was treated pretty well, right? Oh, we did miss this one too. I think this is another one of Control's shop, considering this is a similar design. And I think this is nether blocks, right? Witherspoon, so beacons, wither skulls. I don't know what that is. Blocks of coal. I guess that's from the wither skeleton farming. Yeah, a bunch of wither skeleton skulls and a bunch of beacons as well, in case you needed it. Next up, we got this lovely witch tower here. I think this is the there's a lot of ruckus around here. Visit our store in Womangrove. Well, we'll be seeing that shortly. But it seems like this is a potion shop. That's right. They also got some redstone items here. I don't necessarily remember what was sold here. I think this is just all redstone stuff. So this shop used to be 3 different things. It used to be a bookshop. Take a look at here. Hello. Oh, it's witches. Oh, geez. I'm sorry. I'm heading back. Sorry, my bad. I didn't mean to intrude there. Yeah, this shop used to be a bookshop, and then it became a potion shop, as you can see with the witches, and now it's a redstone shop. So this tower has seen through a lot of renovations. I think that's why there's so much ruckus around here. Next up, we got the bee shop. This bee is not very angry, but I think if we go inside, it should be stocked up with stuff like honey, honeycombs, stuff like that. It's very nice. What's the sign say? Enter via debut, which we did earlier. Next up, we got, this seems to be a penguin-owned shop because of the flag. The Nautical Emporium. This seems to be selling copper from the drowned drops. We got drown heads, squid heads. We got tridents. I think this would have been painful to farm. Nautilus shells, glow ink sacs, normal ink sacs. Yeah, the general sea stuff. So that's pretty nice. We got another rocket shop owned by Clara. I think this one also sold TNT and gunpowder. So this is something like this sold extra stuff too, besides just rockets. That's pretty nice as well. We got this. I believe this is a flower shop, also owned by Shroot. Yeah, we got a bunch of saplings, flowers, bushes, anything you need to make your house look more homely and cozy. Next up, I'll close these stores. Next up, we got this mushroom. What is this? I don't recognize this shop. It's the Barry and Greg. Oh, okay. This is the terraforming shop. So this is a service rather than an actual product. And I believe you sign up for this, and whatever they need, whatever you need to be landscaped down, they'll do it for you. It's really nice. I believe this is owned by Cassie, if I'm not wrong. Yes, Cassie right over there. Next up, we have... This is a very cute shop. I don't know. Is this a pet shop? SatheTS Mob Curio. So this is her shop. So we got the ancient seeds. We got the flowers that are grown up. So this seems to be like more of like a wild kind of shop. We got the frog lights, the goat horns, turtle scutes, and armadillo scutes, and axolotls, which I don't remember. Whoa, I guess that's an armor stand. Yeah, so this is the wild shop, I would say. How nice. I mean, look, we even got a shopper right here. Anything good in stock? Yeah, I think he only brought emeralds. Sadly, I think this place only takes diamonds. Let's see, we have, I think this is a shop. This is the Saints Wonderful Wool. Yes, this is the wool shop in case you want your house to have more color. Now, I think I saw a bridge while getting over here. Yeah, there's a long bridge. I don't know if this leads to anywhere. Hold on, I think we have to go around this way. And I think down here, around this little snout. Oh, this actually got a ladder. Up the ladder, there's the bridge. This is a very nice bridge. Can I just say, look at this bridge. So exquisite. And I think this leads to further down as well. Let's go ahead and fly. Yeah, this might be another shop. I don't... Oh, wait, no. I remember this. So this is the dungeon and planning, I think, that was meant to be made for this season. Before past prior seasons, we made a little fun tradition to have a dungeon crawler in our server. But I'm guessing this was never finished. But I do like the exterior. It looks so... magical with like the floating crystals. I think there's one on each corner. Yeah, look at that. Like a blue, green, yellow, and red. Hopefully next season we might get a playable dungeon, but yeah, Sath has made a dungeon in the past called the Tower. I think it was a multi-level. I think it was like, it had like 6 different stages, I'm pretty sure. But it was an awesome time. I played it. I got the chance to play it, and even though I've never beaten it, I got to the last level. It was still fun nonetheless. Now here we got Chesterford. This was a shop that was inspired by my season 3 shop, which was also by Chesterford, where I sold blocks. Now I remember this crane here. There was a person that used to sell block shops, but then they are no longer on the server. So I took the chance to take this tower, attach a little Chesterford on here, and here I sell diorite, andesite, deep slate, stone, cobblestone, gravel, dirt, diorite, and of course, sand. So my shop was going well. I definitely don't want to do this anymore because none of these blocks are farmable, and trying to find them all it's kind of painful. But I like the shop design. I really liked it a lot. Next up is the ChrisSchmiggle collection. We have the netherite shop, which I don't know if any of this was stuck. I think some of it is stuck. You got soul sand, obsidian. I think this is blackstone. And somewhere along the lines, there was netherite, but I don't think they sell it anymore. Is this netherite? No. I think they used to sell netherite, but I think they changed up their stock options. So now it's just all the nether blocks and loot I think you get from piglin trading. Now we have a cactus shop, which I'm gonna be honest, I don't know. I guess this had stock, but this place is also crowded with a bunch of... Ow! It's also crowded with a bunch of scary mobs too, so I guess we'll just leave this behind. Yeah, I hope the dogs are okay. Right here we got the guest parking. I believe... Yeah, I made this too. So this was based on the design that someone else made on the server, and I really love this design. It's very smooth. It's very organized too, and you just have to fly your ghast in, and they just stay there. So this is my parking lot for the ghast. I think next season we should also do the same as well. So I really like this design, and I think I'll continue using this as well. Next up, we got the Croppin' Shop. This was my shop based on the Stardew Valley shop. But this was more or less just a decorative thing. I mean, I do have stock, but like they're very expensive because each slot is 5 diamonds. So I didn't want any of the stock to be necessarily bought from this place because I wanted to pad out the shopping district. So this was just a visible shop here rather than actually selling things. Next up, we got 420 shipping from Stella. I think this was also an end shop. Yes, we got shulker shells, we got shulker boxes, we also got elytras. So this also had a shipping service where you would have, you would hire them to take a bunch of your items and you ship it somewhere else in case you didn't have the time. I must say, I really like how unique this shop looks in particular. We had endstone, mushroom blocks, pale oak. It's a very unusual block palette and we even got bricks here, like look at that. It's very interesting. I think this is based on Stella's base, which we will see in a bit. We have the Crate Cafe. I think this was more or less a spawn. I don't think this was a shop, is there? Wait. Oh, it's concrete. That's what it was. We go upstairs. Oh, where's the upstairs? We go up and concrete of all kinds. You got powder. And we got the solid concrete too. It's where your wishes. Very nice. Who owned this shop? I think this is also by Shroot. Very nice. We also got Control Goodman. Is this a shop? Ooh, I don't want to let you free. You're staying in here, buddy. You got a whole waiting room and everything. You got a reception's desk. I think if we go in here... Ooh, look at this lavish office. I love the banners that are here. I love the use of cartography tables and the dark oak. I really like this. This is a very interesting use of diorite as well. Like this really does make a good, like those really soft foam tiles like you see on the ceiling to... I don't know what it's for. I think it might have been a lawyer's service, considering this says Control Goodman, which I think is a reference to Saul Goodman. But yeah, I think this might have been a lawyer's office. But going towards spawn, this way, we have a path here. What is this? This is such a cute building. So our theme for our spawn was steampunk. So you can imagine a lot of copper usage, a lot of copper grades. I think this was just a decorative build. It does fit nicely pad out spawn. We got this, which I think is a clock tower. I think this might have been my build. I think this is my build. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I built this. I definitely recognize this building style is definitely like pretty hey, I'm busy. I think this is mine. I'm pretty sure it is. Like I recognize the shape and everything. Yeah, I think this was my contribution to spawn. There's even a duck here. How nice. Yeah, so it's very nice, very homely. Right next to the way more complicated and beautiful structure. Oh shoot. Oh shoot. Oh shoot. It's the phantoms. It's the phantoms. Get in. Do I have my bed on me? I do. Sleep. Sleep. I believe here is the main spawn. We've got a lovely bigger clock tower. I believe this is the main spawn entrance, is it? Oh no, it's the mail room. Yeah, so we have mail every season. We have a mailbox room. You can claim mail. If anyone wants to mail anything, you put them in here just for a nice, convenient location. I even like that there's a little enchanting setup too. So in case you need to enchant your gear, you go here to spawn and enchant your stuff. It's pretty nice. Right here is the main spawn building. We have a community board, which I think Penguin has put a lot of stuff on. You got the nether portal, which I'll show off in a bit. And going up these stairs, very empty, but it is just a nice look from the dome. Right over here, we got the networks rail system. Unfortunately, we didn't really put too much time into the network rail system, but the way it would have worked is that there's a north network, a west network, an east network, and a south network. And I think they did try to lay out tracks, like as you can see here, but the rails never fully realized outwards. But I think this would have been cool, but I think just the nature of how slow minecarts are and how everyone literally has elytras, I wouldn't be surprised that we didn't put too much thinking into rails necessarily. But still, I really do love the builds that we put here for spawn. It is a smaller spawn this season, but I think this place makes a pretty nice town center for you to be introduced to our server. There is one more thing over here. I'm pretty sure this is the iron farm. I remember while I was playing on the server initially, we had a lot of issues, at least for me, when it came to the FPS. Because I remember there was, I think this might have been a villager breeder. I'm not sure. I don't remember this building, so we can take a look. I hear a lot of villager noises. Wait, I think I see a window. Oh, that's a lot of villagers crammed into one space. Yeah, I hope the golden carrots weren't sourced from here, because that does not look ethically sourced. I'm guessing this is the breeder because there's a villager head here and everything, but I don't see a single window, so I guess this is closed off. Maybe for the better. But this is the main building that's left for spawn, the iron farm. I think this is in the spawn chunks too, so this is constantly running, as you can see. And as you open up, there is a whole bunch of iron. Wow. I think it's flooding too. It might be flooding. But yeah, that is spawn. I love the design of all of these bases. They have some kind of mechanical aspect to it. They have some kind of industrial aspect to it. A lot of bricks being used, which is quite rare. I haven't seen a lot of people use bricks in their builds these past few seasons. So I really love the fact that this theme tried to push forward the idea of using blocks that haven't been done before. There's actually one more thing I want to show off at spawn before we move on, and it's the nether hub made by Input. He's usually made the nether hubs pretty much every season, but this time we got a lovely hue of red befitting of the Crimson Forest that we're in. And look at that. A lot of pillars, a lot of cool geometric designs with the squares. Got some tinted glass, I think. No, this is black glass and spruce. As you can see, the nether tunnels have not been made, but there is a big reason. I'll explain why, but there has not been a lot of nether tunnel usage. But while we're in the nether, I also want to show off the one thing we have that we do use the tunnel for, and it's the end portal as well. So we can go through here into the end portal hallway. Look at that. I do love the use of pale oak and mangrove. This time around, we stuck to a hallway, so this place has a lot more aura. It attracts you. It attracts you into the main end portal. If we jump through, this place isn't too special. We got a gas parking. The interesting part is actually back here. Actually back here where we have the end ender. This is kind of like the must-have in every SMP server, and especially for ours as well. You can see it's just a little enderman farm. We also got an enchanting setup here and an anvil setup here, so that you can quickly get your enchantments and your anvils enchanting right where you get all your XP. And yeah, it's really simple. Nothing much to it, just our little community end farm. And you may be thinking, yeah, this spawn's a bit too small, right? I mean, like, a lot of people play on the server, so why is spawn so small? Especially compared to older seasons where we had much bigger, much more elaborate spawns. And I think it's because the way we played this season was a lot more different. And the big difference is that we basically live very close to each other, which I think the highlight of the season is not actually the spawn itself, but actually the path that takes us to pretty much every place that has a base. So we're going to go down this way, and even though this path is a little bit rough at some edges, eventually, as we keep going, we'll get to see a few builds here and there, and eventually we'll also see some awesome bases for the base tour. So going up here, we have a little pit stop, which is nice because my feet are getting tired from sprint jumping for a little bit. And this is the Experience XP shop. Now this place is outside of the shopping district, but we did start trying to experiment with having shops outside, and even for next season we are having a completely decentralized shopping district, which means you can have shops anywhere across the server, not just in a shopping district. I think the way this works is you put a diamond in here, and then once it processes the diamond, you get a bunch of XP right here. So let's go ahead and do that. I think I have my diamond somewhere. We stand here on the red. We put our diamond in. Yeah, look at that. He gave us 16 bottles worth, which is not really worth a lot considering I'm at 16 levels. But we can also go in here, get a little bit more value with the little shop here as well. Oh, you see that sheep too? Yeah, I do see that sheep. Oh wow, that sheep is glowing. It's a Jeb sheep. Look at that. I haven't seen a Jeb sheep in so long. That's so nice. Yeah, even though this shop has nothing in stock right now, I guess this guy's getting a little wage here and there just by standing there. So I guess that's pretty much fine. Oh, hello, policeman. Don't let me catch you up on that roof again. Well, you better keep an eye on an officer or else they might waddle away. Going up, we got a few little paths here. I do want to go up towards this way, but I do want to check out this little barn. This barn is a little nice. This is a very cute barn. We got a skeleton horse. Do we have any other animals here? I think we only got the skeleton horse, and we also got a bed. So this barn has a nice horse. We also got some crops here as well. I really like that this path has some random structures here and there. Like, I haven't really seen this before in any of our past seasons. So the fact that we're trying to make this path a little bit more lived in is such a nice feeling. But of course, we're not going to go this way. This way is spoilers. We're going to go this way first, down towards Cassie's base. Now, I'm looking forward to touring through Cassie's base because it is a bunch of fun little references if you're a Souls fan. But first, look at this awesome bridge. Look how cute this is. We just go straight on through across this huge gap of mountains. Just down a little further down this path, you will see. Oh, this looks incredible. This is home to Cassie's place, and I'm pretty sure this is based off of the Priscilla boss arena in Dark Souls 1. Now, I remember having fun memories here. I think we had a PvP event that was held here, and it was a 1v1 kind of a PvP tournament, and then at the end, we had pretty much a boss fight. 2 players, Azure and Stella, role-played as Concert Radon and Mikola. And it was like it was a 2v, like, I'd say 8 players, and it was awesome. It was us in iron armor and them in full netherite. It's actually incredible. I still remember that fight. I played music in the background. Yeah, that looks absolutely incredible. Now, this is not everything that this place has to offer. There's also a little smelting cave tunnel thing, I'm pretty sure. I think it's up this way. So as we're moving up this hill, we'll get to see a huge boring tunnel that was made through this mountain. Yeah, so we got the huge super smelter here. It's very nice. I think this place mainly is used for the smelter. I don't think this place has anything noteworthy as well. But if we keep going, there's another structure up towards this way. Following path, you can see it right there. The Grand Archives. Now this, I believe, is inspired by the Duke's Archives, also from Dark Souls 1. Look at that. You can see this, the whole grand scale, like with the mountain, the hill going up, and your eyes reaching towards the buildings. Oh, it is incredible. I remember one memory we have here next to this building. I don't know if this was the place that used a bunch of stripped logs, but we had, yeah, this place had a lot of stripped logs you can see like put around. We had like a 4 of us, we had like 5 of us just like working together to strip every single log needed for this building, I'm pretty sure. Man, look at the scale of this thing. This thing is huge. Like, the build palette is very similar to the Duke's Archives, with like this staircase kind of format. Like, even the spiral staircase is very reminiscent of Anor Londo. You can go up here and yeah, it is very open, I will say. It's very open. But I think a lot of these builds were more about the exterior rather than the interior. Going up these really, really long spiral staircases. We got the allays, ooh, and a storage system. I think does this store anything? I don't think this stores anything. We also got an upper hall with a much bigger chest. Now this is storing everything. Oh, is that a hole? I think that's a hole on the roof. You know what? Based on how open this is, I'm starting to think this is actually an elytra opening rather than a forgotten part of the build. So I think this was made for the elytra entrance. I remember there being a tower on top of the building, so perhaps this leads us up to the top of the very build. So I was right. Look at that. We got a nice, wonderful view, very dangerous view, in fact. But yeah, this is This is quite a view. You gotta look at the path, you get to look at the snow, you gotta look at this bridge. That's a cool looking bridge. I want to go through that bridge. Yeah, this place is awesome. We even got to see the sunset as it's going down. How exquisite. I missed one more thing. I saw an observatory kind of like... Yeah, we still got that. I want to go check that out. So I think we can access it through this room right here. Yeah, look at that. It's just a little dome area. Very nice. Gives that a little bit more of a shape for the structure, preventing it from looking too boxy. And we got one more thing. This was kind of like the train station idea we were going to have. That every base or every like main area was going to have a little train station like this, where you can just like go and sit down and wait for the train. But yeah, I think this is the only time that actually pathed out. Could have been nice. Could have been nice to have a proper train system for the season. But now I want to go down this way because, oh, we can already see it from there. Look at that. That is Reconson's base. A huge, lovely looking castle. That is what I call a castle. Especially with the eye view from here. But this is from the back. So this is not like the fully fleshed out view that we want to see. No. We still got quite a lot. But we're here right now at Reconson's base. I want to go towards the front. Just like so. I want to show off the interior later. I think I see, is that a hot air balloon too? Wow. Yeah, this is the main bridge that leads up to this to the spawn. So I'll start from over here. Yeah, so first we got the windmill. A lovely looking windmill with all the crops down there too. This is such a vibe. I love it when Minecraft builders have like these huge wheat farms with a windmill. Can't top that. Cannot top that. We'll go back down later, but this is the main castle. I just want to put this out into free cam a bit. You can see just the huge scale this build has just alone. I think this also has a beacon too. Very well placed beacon as well. This is awesome. Look at that. Go ahead and take a look inside. We got a nice exquisite small hallway, a big room of furnaces. Is there any food? I'm getting kind of hungry. I might want to take a little bit of food for myself. Lovely use of paintings and a huge shulker box wall. Oh yeah, look at that. We got a nether portal with what seems to be a huge library part. Oh yeah, look at all those books. That's lovely. We got anvil setups, a lava fountain. Can't get any more Minecrafty than this. We got armor stand shelves along the wall. A kitchen area. Ooh, it's looking very toasty and yummy here. No food though, which concerns me. I'm getting quite hungry. I'm quite hungry. Well, we also got what seems to be a map. Now, we were just here earlier. That's the shopping district right there. And then we were just here earlier. We went up here and then down, and now we're here, right there. It's Reconson's place. And you'll see, we still got a lot of this area left. This is still what we need to base out for. This is the rest of the base tour. So stay tuned for that. Looks like this place also got an upstairs portion. This is more or less a balcony situation rather than leading to more rooms. There's another staircase though. This seems to be the parking spot for Reconson's happy guest in this lovely tower. Going up these stairs even more, we are at the top now. This place looks to be more or less a decorative part rather than a functional or decorated part or furnished area. But regardless, I really love this castle. I love castles. Like, you cannot go wrong with a castle build in Minecraft. We also got a hot air balloon here. Let's try to get it first try. Yes. Assigned 107. I don't know what that means, but 107. 107. Got a nice view. Very steep and scary, but we're going to fly straight down into the farm area. Now we got a nice looking windmill here. I don't know how they got the grass to be on here. This is kind of like spooky in a way. Maybe they left it like that. I don't know. This is uncommon. I don't know how they did that. Is there anything inside? Any bread for me? I'm getting really hungry. Oh, it's the sugarcane farm. Okay. You got a bunch of wheat around you and all you got is sugarcane. That was quite unexpected. I think we have one more spot. I think this might have been the barn. Yeah, we got a bunch of animals huddled together in these lovely stone pens, I must say. I think this might have been the... Yeah, here's a true cow farm. I'm gonna take some food. I'm really hungry. I'm really hungry. Do we got any more food? That was all the food we had? Okay, well, that'll save us at least for a little while. I really love this build. It's so exquisite. The bridge is nice. The castle's nice. The windmill's nice. I absolutely love this base. The first time I saw it, I was pretty much like awestruck by just, it's a castle. You can't, like, again, you can't go wrong with a castle. So seeing something like this was awesome. Okay, now we can go ahead and continue downwards here on this path right here. We get to see another base right here. This belongs to Sonder. I believe this, I don't even know if this is parkourable. Let's go ahead and try. While we go up here. Yeah, we can parkour. Look at that. This is inspired by an oil rig. So this is an oil rig base. I really love the fact that you can parkour up here. Just makes it a little bit more adventurous as you go up towards this base. Now, I believe this doesn't have any true base stuff. Again, you got a storage thing here as well, but I think this was mainly a focus on building something rather than having a base, which is, you know, we love to see more of these kinds of builds. Yeah, this oil rig is really nice. Let's go ahead and take a larger look on the outside. As you can see, yeah, look at that. We even got the deep slate too on the bottom to make it look like old and like wet and like this mold or like barnacles growing on it. I love just like this overall shape. It's really nice. Now, as you saw while we were going here, there's actually a bridge that we can actually cross. We're going to go through this bridge first. Now, this bridge, I believe, was mainly built by input as well. And I really love how it looks like it's a suspension bridge. You can see the ropes going through and how it's supported by these poles. Just going through, it really does look like a sound and constructed bridge. We can even see out here just how incredible the engineering behind this is. This is a bridge of all time. I think this is one of my favorite bridges on the season so far. And now going down this way, I believe this is Input's house. This is right after his bridge. I believe this is just a house, nothing else to it. It's lovely. We got a couple of gas parking. We got a cobblestone farm, an iron farm over there, I think. So yeah, this is a lovely little house. I love the purple roof that this place has. It definitely has a much more strong contrast, especially with the dark oak. And it's raining right now, so let's go ahead and go inside and cover ourselves from the rain. We got a lot of to-do lists. Quite some things that are done or to be worked on. We got the Union Jack flag. How lovely. Bunch of heads on the walls. Classic. We got a... I think this is a storage system. This is a very interesting use of orange. Yeah, I guess this is all the colored blocks. We got a lovely map here. Look at that. This is a fully completed map. So right now we're here. And eventually we're going to go check out this place, and I think that's just a farm. So we're going to go check out this place in a bit. We can go up here into, I guess, the main bedroom area, I suppose. We got a bedroom here. Very nice and cozy. I love how much space was used. We got Clara's friend. Hello. You look quite cheery. Bunch of cats. A little office workspace here. I think this leads to another room, but I think this is pretty empty. Yeah, it's a lot. Leaves a lot to be desired. A lot of ideas you can put into this area. And also, I think this is another office space that could have been in the works. So yeah, this is a very nice house. I love how cozy it is. And again, lovely use of pale oak. I think ever since pale oak came out, a lot of people have been using it this season. And I don't blame them. I mean, it just looks nice. It has that nice shade of white we were looking for. Well, it's currently raining right now, and I don't want to do a base tour in the middle of the rain, so we're just gonna wait. We're just gonna sit in here for now. Let's just find a nice place to sit. I guess we can sit right here. And I guess we'll just wait until the rain clears up. Okay, I kid you not. I literally just waited out until it turned into nighttime so I can get rid of the rain. That rain was not stopping anytime soon. But we still got, I don't know how to get, I think it's this way. It's right over here, I think. We also got Clara's place. First we had purple, and now it's Womangrove red. Look at that. Now, I don't know whether how much of this, well, hi chicken. I don't know how much of this place is actually furnished out. This might have been just, more or less just lovely builds to have out as decoration pieces. But I really do love the look of these houses. They look kind of worn down and overgrown, and maybe that is the point. Maybe this is the point, is that there hasn't been anyone living here in so long, so why would there be a need for furniture in here, right? Yeah, all of this seems pretty empty. That sounds real. Oh, hi. What do you got there? You got a little shovel? Not anymore, you're gone. I love the use of the black stone and the mangrove. The black and red color palette looks really nice here. I really love it. I think this is like a little blacksmith area. We got a bunch of anvils for both decoration and functionality. Of course, we got I thought that was lava, but we got campfires there for the smoke. Yeah, I think this is the only furnished building we have here. Very nice. Furnaces, smithing tables, and anvils. I really like it. I think over there is more or less the farms that they've been using. Yeah, this is all their kind of fancy schmancy redstone farms. I know nothing about redstone, so seeing stuff like this is kind of incredible. Seeing that people use redstone like this to make their farms to get their resources. I did notice there was a little bit of pixel art here. Look at that. What is this? Official base of Epic Dragon Lord Cool Ajal. No losers allowed. So I guess this is Dragon Lord's base. I don't know who this is. I don't recognize their username, but here's their base and there's their pixel art. Very cute, very adorable. This might be a Pokemon. It does have a nice view of the mountain too, so you know what? Good play, good on you. Good base. Good base. Alright, now what we can do is we can go ahead and return back to that bridge. We're gonna enter what I think is kind of the coolest area of the season. Not biased in any way. But this was where most of the people lived together. So as you go down this path, this is Sathe's place. Look at that. Wow, this is one of my favorite builds. This is definitely one of my favorite builds for sure. Just look at it. Look at the red. Look at the... Is that jungle? This is jungle wood. Wow. Mangrove, jungle, spruce, netherrack. This is a very interesting block palette. I had never seen this many wood types. Like even oak too. I've never seen this many wood types be used in a build like this. This is incredible. I believe she owns this part of the island. I think this part right here, I think this is a Sonder addition with the nice little copper oil rig. Very much in line with the steampunk theme. We even got a happy guest on there. Look at that. Wow. Yeah, I want to go inside this house. This house looks incredible. Let's see. Oh, that's a lot of goats. Yeah, I can see where all the horns were from. And we've got a basement too. What's in here? Sniff. Oh god, the animals. Red sheep, cows. Yeah, this is horrible. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. I want to get out of here. All right, let's maybe go through the main door. I think this is the main door, right? No, that's just more goods. I think this is the main door right here. Yeah, we can ignore the crying screams. Okay, we're instantly introduced to a storage system. How nice. Got a little staircase up here. I think this leads up to the exit. Oh, this leads to a staircase. I want to go back here later. We also got a path here leading to a nice little balcony. Look at that. Got ourselves a lovely bedroom. We got a bunch of ladders too. There's a bunch of ladders in this area. I don't know what they're for. Maybe they're kind of like quick access locations. But let's just go ahead and go up here. Wow, we got the crops and everything. Every crop you need right here in this room. Very small, but very cozy. We continue going up here. I think this might lead to one of the towers, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, this looks to be one of the towers from outside. That tower. Very nice view. You can see basically the oil rig, the steampunk rig here. You can see jungles. You can see the other house we'll explore in a bit right over there. There's one more tower I want to see though, because there was a path that we could take. I believe it was this way up here. We can go up here, another little watch place area. You can see a little bit more safely of the house over there. And we're actually going to go check that out right now. I really love Sathe's place. It feels so magical. This is like the kind of fantasy style house that I love people building in Minecraft. Like this and Cassie stuff and Reconson's castle. All that kind of style of building I really love and I really want to see more. Crossing the bridge. We are now entering, I think, Red's location. It really does surprise me. Like, we got docks here. We got like a small house here. Like, if you get to know, like, your first impressions of Brad whenever you talk with him, it's you definitely don't imagine him being like this kind of builder. Like, these trees are incredible, the buildings are incredible, they're also so fantasy oriented. We can go into here. I think all of the bases, all of these builds in particular, don't have a true interior. It's very much an exterior kind of build, like this house as well. Absolutely incredible. You got castle walls. I think we're going to check this out later. Let's take a quick turn over to the left side. You got flags, you got banners. Like, this is incredible work. You really cannot, like, just seeing all of this just makes me so speechless looking at this. I mean, let's take a look at fly around. You can, like, I could only imagine what this would kind of look like with shaders as well. Like, the shrubbery, how nature grows around every single part of the builds. I mean, they look absolutely incredible. Like, you guys are seeing this. I think it is a bit of a shame that none of the interiors are made, because yeah, we can even take a look here inside, not fully finished, but you can see the walls, how they kind of just like, they feel so lived in with the moss and everything. Like, the more I take a look, it would have been such a nice place to explore. I don't know what happened there. I think some big giant must have shot an arrow through into the house or something. Yeah, this place is also absolutely magical. Oh yeah, that's a lot of mobs there too. A lot of zombies in there. I wonder how that happened. Hello guys, don't mind me, I'm just gonna leave you guys alone. Let me hop onto like this tree right here. There we go. Yeah, the fact that it's two halves, just two whole halves split into this nice little fantasy town. Absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. All right, right over here, we got this huge, lovely looking ship. This is PJ, our iconic ship builder here on the server. I don't think there's anything necessarily on top of the boat, but seeing just the sails, the fence, ropes, I think that they are really awesome. I really love it. We also got her house here. Very nice and comfortable. We go in here. We got a brewing stand. We got, oh, tat. Look at that. Safe travels. Oh, it's a little banner of a boat. That's so cool. Any food for me? Oh, food. Thank you. I'm just gonna take like a stack of baked potatoes. I don't think she'll recognize. I don't think she'll notice. A little lovely porch area. I think if you go up this ladder, you might be able to see a bedroom of some kind. Yeah, here's the bedroom. Look at that. I think it ends here. Got a little nice area for storage. Very cozy place. Even the window here is very nice. Big drafts in here. Keep the place nice and cool. Didn't notice we also have a basement of some kind. Ooh, a map of Womangrove. We'll explore this in a bit. It looks like we got an enchanting setup as well. So yeah, good base. Very good base. This is like a good house that also works as a base. I really love it. Right next to PJ's base, we got one of Penguin's builds. This is the shipping container base that he has. We got ourselves a little barracks area. I think this, whoa, there's something down here. Hold on, I want to check this out. Oh, a bunch of allays confined in a little amethyst cage. I wonder what this could possibly be. We also got a room going deeper in here. It seems like it leads to places. I think this might be a farm thing. Yeah, this seems to be a sheep farm, if I'm not wrong. And we also got a bunch of, ooh, cocoa beans and netherworts. Okay, that's just more or less the farm stuff. Let's just close that up for now. We got the main shipping container. I really love this base in particular, not just for the exterior, but the interior is really special because you can see we got I don't know what that is, I'll be honest, but we got stuff like circuit boards, we got components on the table, we got a computer. This is awesome. This is a really nice build. We got 3 computer screens. I think this is an AC. We got more computer screens here because this server uses an armor stand data pack, I believe, and allows us to do cool stuff like this. So this uses, I believe, shields and banners to make the monitors. It looks really nice. I think that's a drone. That's kind of cool. Good drone design. Going in here, I think this is the bedroom, I think. Yeah. Nutella toast. This is more or less the living quarters of the place. And out here, I think this is just a balcony. Yeah, really good stuff. Really good stuff. I really love just how simple it is, but like the little details like with the computer stuff is absolutely impeccable. All right, we can now get to the main part of the base tour that I want to show off, and it's Womangrove. Look at that. It's home to a lot of people on the server. So let's start here in the middle. We can kind of show off what we got here. When we started the season, this actually used to be an entire village, but then we tore it down, tore some parts of it down, and expanded it to be the little town called Womangrove, because we used a lot of mangrove, and of course, we named it to Womangrove. So we kind of start off with the center, and some things are vanilla structures, but we got Alfred the cherry tree. This was a cherry tree. I think this was the first one that showed up on this area. It's very lovely. We got tables here. I think there used to be a big fish. Oh, there it is. Sal Vulcano and Joe Infidelity. Those were the two fishes that were here. And we've been taking care of them since. We also got Gleep, which I think is a worm, and we got Glorp, which is another slime. It's a slime worm this time. We also got the little crop and shop part here. I think this was also just mainly a decorative thing. This is more or less me padding out the spawn, our little town area. Not really needed for selling anything, just here to make it look nice. And we also got ourselves gas parking. So this had some problems as well. We had a bunch of entity cramming issues. I think one of the guests did die in this hole, which was really sad to see. But yeah, I don't think we ever got to fixing around it. Like there are mobs in there right now, but I think we made it bigger, and that what reduced the issues. The first thing I want to show off is my base. This is where I live. So as we go here for me to sit down, as you can notice, this house looks very familiar. This is inspired by the Stardew Valley house that you start with. And I really loved it because this season I wanted to be more of a farmer, put more emphasis in farming. We got beds, tables. This is more or less just what I was collecting and selling for my shop. We got ourselves a little nice fireplace going down here. We got our storage system of just purely just crops. We also got my super smelter and my snow farm here. We got the other storage. I think this is more than just storing food stuff. Yeah, as you can see. I also got a bunch of food here, so I think I'll just take a few extra stacks of food in case I need it. We got the barn. Nothing peculiar about the shape. This one has basically all of the animals, all of your chickens, the pigs, the sheep, the cows. And here, I got the berries, the sugar canes, the pumpkins, the melons, the beetroot, the potato, the carrots, that's missing a spot, and the wheat farms, along with the cocoa bean trees. I really like that I made these like all kind of just like the one block grids. And they're all like put together so nicely that it's kind of just contained in its own island. I really want to like challenge myself and make this all contained in this one island. We also got the horse stables. I got Gold Ship, my horse that I normally use. Haru Arara, which I think is a community mule. And we got Super Creek and Skeleton Horse that I don't think belongs here. But these are the horses that both me and my friends use to travel along the roads. And going down this way, this is my tree field farm. This was mainly my way of getting wood. I'm not a big fan of tree farms, so this is how I normally do things. Just have a bunch of trees in the middle and work like that. Just gets all of the wood you need. This right here is my structure to store all of the wood. As you can see, very nice, very shrimple. It's a nice little shed. I also built these bridges here to go across. I made multiple bridges like this one here. I combined this one. We'll go back to this one a bit. I contributed to this bridge. And going this way, we're gonna see the fishing area. This is where I normally get my fish. Whenever I want to fish, I got my different types of fish. I got my different kinds of loot here. My fishing rod, trusty fishing rod. And this is where I normally fish. There's also my kelp pile there in case I need kelp for whatever other reason too. It's a very simple build, just another slant roof. I really do just love using slant roofs, and you know, just using the wood just makes a very nice little dock for myself. Now over here, we got my happy gas. Usually you'd access this by boat, but here's a little cool thing. If I flick the switch, you can go down the happy gas like an elevator. This is mainly the elevator gas that I have. slip on down, just like so. And this here, if I flick the other switch to lock in place, this is my mining area. I have all the stones that I need for my mining trips. I got all the different minerals we need, iron, gold, stuff like that. Our super smelter for our ores. This right here is our skeleton spawner. As we can move up here, there's our skeleton spawner. All we have to do is just go up there to AFK to get ourselves some skeletons, and we kill them. And then we get arrows, we got gear, we got bones, stuff like that. Very nice. We also got myself the dripstone, the lava farm. In case I needed lava, we got dripstone to slowly build up the lava. And this right here is the stone farm. So all I have to do is stand here and just hold left click, and this is how I get my stone. Nice and simple. And of course, if you need to go mining, these are my mining tunnels, not too special. They go down very deep. I've taken some time to mine down here as well. We're just gonna go back up. I really love this idea of using a hypergas like an elevator shaft, just going from like the top to the bottom. I think I'll do this next time as well, because it's so nice. So nice just to have that kind of like act as an elevator. But yes, this is my base. I really loved it. This was one of the very few seasons that I've actually completed a base for the very first time. And I'm quite proud of what I have. Next season, I'm going to go a bit bigger. But I guess you'll see more when the next season ends. You'll get to see the base tour once again. But we still got a whole lot more of Womangrove to show off. So let's go ahead and start working towards this way. So we did mention this bridge earlier. This is Schmiggle's and MrsSchmiggle's place. I've been here a few times. I think we played hide and seek at some point. I don't know how we hit around here. But we got a lovely kitchen area. We got ourselves a lovely dining room. Going up here, we got some beds as well. Very nice. I think the main part was just the exterior of the house, but we also got this lovely bridge here that connects to the rest of the house. I really love the kind of idea that we're interconnecting all of our bases together, whether it be a path or a bridge, something like that, to tie in everybody's houses. I really love it. And we also got MrsSchmiggle's. I think this is a tree house of some kind. Yeah, look at that. We can go up here. We can check out the different levels. Hello, you can see my base from here. I really love that my island, like I have an island all to myself. Like when I was looking for places to build, when I saw the island, I was like, I'm living there. I'm living there. But I absolutely love how this tree house is special because it's not just like a house that's on a tree. It's a house that's in a tree. Right, so everything feels like it's built inside of the tree. It's like embedded in the tree, and then we got the leaves. Get another view of Womangrove. And I think one of the biggest pros of building like nearby other people is that you don't need to worry too much about like the space that's around you necessarily, because eventually if everyone just puts like one house down, like one just their main base house, then you could just compile that all with everyone else around you and you get a lovely community area. I absolutely love how just one house out of everybody, when put together, it makes a whole community. I love it. All right, next up, we got Control's place. We can go through the first one. This, I believe, is Casa de Control. Yeah, Casa de Control. This is Control's first house. I think this is literally just a villager house that just got completely stoned up and stonified. Yeah, here are the last remains of Casa de Control version 1, day 1 to day 2. Very early base. But there we have the main one right here, the main Control house. The second Casa de Control. We got ourselves a little enchanting setup. We got some light reading too, a lot of books that we can choose from. And going up here, we got ourselves the little inventory chest monster that we have up here. And then one more level. We got ourselves the bedroom. Now this is a bedroom I like. Oh, look at that. It's a Minecraft painting. I think this is Cyberpunk Edge Runners. This is really cool. You can see every individual pixel here is a block. I don't know whether layering, like staircasing, was used, but yeah, 6 whole maps. And you can tell that this is one big painting. Like you can, that looks absolutely stunning. Look at that. Oh, right. We also have another plugin where we have banners as bed sheets for the beds too. So I see that Control has put the effort to making bed sheets. for his beds. So this is awesome. I really love this house. It's very simple. It's not that complex either. Like, this is how I would normally build too, besides like the minor detail work you see. But like simple houses like this, I love. I love simple houses as well, especially when they just do exactly what you want it to do. Next up, we got the AntaWine shop. Now this is another decentralized shop location made by Penguin. We got a bottle of Anta, 50 diamonds. We got a glass of AntaWine, which I think needs a specific resource pack. As you can see, it's all milk buckets. Yeah, I think this place is it's a bit of a rip-off if you ask me. I think this is just a fountain. Yeah, it's just another Penguin-owned shop. Right here, we got Crumbl Cookie. This shop is made by Schmiggle. And I think it's like 1 diamond for 1 cookie. See, there's still a lot of moonbeam ice cream cookies here. And I think this was like based off of their local Crumbl Cookie shop. Yeah, I've never been in a Crumbl Cookie, but I have seen the stores. So, you know, maybe it does taste good. I'm gonna have to go there someday. Oh, right, I completely forgot. There's one base here actually. It's Azure's base. And you may be wondering, well, wait a minute, this is your base, isn't it? Well, the thing is, Azure base down here. Yeah, it's kind of strange. It's just a house. Not any house though. It's specifically a friend. It's a house of our friends. So this is just literally someone's real life house, unironically. And I don't think it's furnished. Yeah, I think it's all like fake. There's no back. There's no anything. It's kind of just a weird front. And it gives me like backrooms vibes, you know, just in the middle of nowhere. It's just weirdly underground. It's just a whole house. How strange. Yeah, this is a nice house. This is unironically a nice house. I would live here. I would live here. I do really wonder how accurate it is to the original house. I would have to ask my friend. I would have to ask my friend because he would definitely know because he lives there. For real. Okay, now we can move on to another base. This right here is Stella, the warehouse. Now the entrance to this place is actually this painting. You just voom right through. And look at that. It's a nice decorated warehouse. It's owned by 420 Shipping. A lot of things happen here as well. I remember this used to be a big hangout spot for the Divergent members. We got ourselves a huge, I don't know what you call this, a garage door. A very nice block to use for that texture. We also got villagers. I think they sold like very specific things. Yeah, they sold bricks, which are hard to come by, and I can tell because you need a lot of bricks for this build. A lot of bricks. Right here we got a nice billiards table. I think it's a billiards table. Target blocks, a little nice living quarters area. We got Frederick the Sniffer. Hello, Frederick. We also got honeybees, which I don't know how they work necessarily. I don't see any bees nearby. We also got an exercise spot, dumbbells. We got treadmills. And that's not all, because this place also has a little secret room. Boom. And we got a little secret meeting room. I remember a lot of things happened here. Some strange mafia shenanigans took place. And I think we had a point where someone tried to assassinate somebody with TNT. Yeah, it was a lot of weird underground activities happen here. But that's not all. We got ourselves the upper part, a true living room. We got a kitchen area. We got a TV, which, you know, it's off right now. I don't think it's on. I really love how cozy this is. Like, you get a whole corner dedicated to living. It's really well used in terms of the space. Nothing really feels empty in a way. So like even this wall has a painting to like reduce the amount of like empty space. I do wonder what's through here. I think this is the bathroom, right? Yeah. So this bathroom has a cool trick. This has a little mirror trick. So it uses a duplicate room on the other side. And my favorite part of this, I suggested this. There's a sapling here, a plant, right? And through the mirror dimension, it's me, because I'm a plant. Yeah, I really love the use of the mirror illusions. I'm a big fan of it every time. But we're not just here to stay in the bathroom. No. We got a main balcony thing. This is actually the roof of the meeting room, I'm pretty sure. And then we have a nice little pond with me and Azure just chilling out here. I also love this kind of like cliff part right here. How it's like slightly terraformed, not too heavily terraformed. And Stella did tell me that she didn't necessarily like the idea that this roof was here. but I personally like it. It kind of like gives a separation between like the house and like the outside. It also gives us the vibe of like a patio, right? Like if we had like tables and chairs here, this would have made a really nice patio to complement like this outside part here. And there's one more thing left in the east wing. We have the bedroom. We got a lot of stuff. We got potions for the shelves. We got a lot of smithing templates, sword, a lovely bed. I love how this bed works. I don't know if it's usable though, because there's no open spot. That's like a fake bed, but inside there's a real bed. Once cushions comes out, oh, it's a huge game changer for that. Yeah, and we got a computer desk as well. There's also a squid pet here. I believe their name is Squillium, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it's just a lovely squid. I remember how painful it was to get the squid in because I helped out. We had to take a happy gas. We had to hook it onto the squid. And then we had to like slowly drop it. Not slowly, we had to quickly drop it into this water. We had to just like drop it into this pit of water before the squid like suffocated in the air. And we kept missing too. So like getting this in here was quite an endeavor. But I'm glad that we got Squillium here. So that was Stella's base. We still got a couple more bases before the tour is over. This one in particular is actually kind of interesting. This here is the community center, and this was inspired by the Stardew Valley Pelican Town town hall. I think that's what it is. So we can go into here, and as you can see, it's not too spacious. I think this place was like mainly left open for the community. We got the reference towards, I think this was supposed to be stars in Stardew Valley. We have the nether star here, but we also got meat, because why the hell not? This place meant to have a little bit more of a cozy atmosphere, but I think we didn't have enough time to fully flesh it out. There are also multiple rooms. Like you got these empty rooms here. I think these rooms here are empty as well. Yeah, but there is one room that was taken up by the town hall. It's the courtroom. Yes, this courtroom, I think this is Ace Attorney inspired as well. There was supposed to be a court case that happened not long ago. I'll show in a bit of what I mean. There was a whole vandalism thing that happened, and we were supposed to have a court case going over like who truly vandalized it, but we never had the court case meeting. But we still have the courtroom to have memories of like the kind of the whole shebang that happened around the submarine. But yeah, this was the city hall. I remember just how painful it was to like get the wood. As you can see, this place uses up a lot of mangrove. Oh, we are missing a couple blocks there. But we used up a lot of mangrove. And as you know, mangrove trees are not fun. They're not fun to chop down at all. Not at all. Next up, we got Ben's Spire in the Woods. A lot of things. I think there are tarot readings. Yeah, this place has a lovely vibe. We can go up here. So yeah, we got ourselves a little bedroom, a little storage area. Going further up, we have, I think it's just a top part. Yeah, nothing much here. I think it's funny that this place is called Spire in the Woods. Like they're supposed to be in the middle of the woods, but if you take a look at where it is placed, it's like right next to the shore. To the point where it's like, I wouldn't even call this in the middle of the woods. It's more like Spire in the middle of 3 trees. So this is the tarot reading room. I think this is expanded since the last time I've checked. But there are a bunch of cards. If I knew where the cards are, I think this is just a bunch of wither skeleton skulls. Here, we got a bunch of cards here, and this has meanings. This is basically the tarot cards. Our friend Ben know how to read tarot cards and do tarot readings. So we had a fun time just doing little tarot readings here in this little dingy basement in the spire. There's also a little fun trampoline. Yay, yippee, trampoline, woohoo, yay. So this base is pretty small. I think there's like some really painful ways resetting the tarot cards. I don't remember if Ben never fixed it, but the main way it worked, I think, was like back here or something. There's like a little water tunnel, and you have to like manually chuck down all the items into like the chute, and that's how it gets randomized. It was a very weird system. I don't remember how it worked, but yeah, it definitely made the tarot cards work, but it was just very unoptimized for the readings. Next up, we got another penguin shop. This one, I think, is the Enchanted Bookstore. Here it is. This is where the bookstore moved on to. A lot of shulker boxes around, and it's owned by a witch here as well. We also got a little bunny shop. I think this is a pet shop. No, it's specifically a rabbit shop. Or cooked rabbit, just all your rabbit goods. Yeah, I think this is the last part of the penguin parts, at least in Womangrove. I also want to show off this Furina statue. I think this was made by Dolphin. I think. Yeah, it's another pixel art. I really miss the idea of the concept of having just random pixel art builds up in the middle of Minecraft. Like, that's such a big Minecraft vibe to just have pixel art just around. So yeah, having a nice Furina statue. I think it also works in the back. Yeah, it does. But I think it was intended to be looked upon from this side. Going this way, we have another base owned by Shroot. I believe their house is just a little onwards this way. Yep, here it is. It's a lovely base right next to the pond. We'll go visit that in a second. That's owned by somebody else. But this is a very cozy house. I really love it. So we can go through here. Very simple base stuff. You got your furnaces, your beds, your ender chests, stuff like that. Going up here, just a crafting table. Down here, we of course got the storage system. I genuinely just love signs. Like, I know people use item frames to label this stuff, but nothing hurts a bunch of signs. Hello. Bunch of signs and on top of chests just to label, because, you know, reading's faster than trying to understand what an item, what a picture says, right? This place also has a bunch of wheat and cows, her signature animal, here on the server. We also got a lovely little fishing area. Actually, no, I don't know if this is a fishing area. I think this is a cow cave. I'm afraid to go down here. I don't know where this leads us to. These are certainly not cows, but it's a sheep farm. Underwater, no less. Maybe the cow farm is over here. No, cacti. What about over here? No cows. Surprisingly, I have not seen a single cow despite it being labeled as a cow cave. Maybe it was just there for heads. I'm not sure. But that's not all. I think this is also more of Shroot stuff. We have an apiary, which I learned is different from an aviary. This is so cool how you have the bees like fly and they go towards the center. Hello, bee. And then they fuel up the beehives here. That's kind of cool. I like that vibe a lot. Like, you can kind of see right there all of them huddling around the center. That's kind of cool. Hi, Sath. Sath says hi. We just went over to your base earlier. I love your base. I guess you won't know that until you see this video, but you know. I love your base. I love your base. Right over here, I think this is a brewing station. Yeah, I got a lot of brewing stuff, animal parts. That's a weird way of labeling. Scary way. That's a scary way of labeling your chests. Got a bunch of villagers here too. Guess for trading, I suppose. Yeah. Look at that. We got masters and everything. We also got, I think this is a big pumpkin. Gives me big pumpkin vibes. What's in here? I can only assume a pumpkin farm. Probably. Orange? Orange pumpkin shape? Yeah, that looks like a pumpkin. I guess there's a chest here somewhere, right? Yeah, look at that. Pumpkin. It's a pumpkin farm. We also got an iron farm in the back too. Wow. Right next to the shops. I guess the grass path is what actually prevents it from spawning around. So that's kind of cool. I didn't know that you can use a grass path to prevent the spawning within that radius. That's actually kind of nice. So I think that's all that Shroot space has to offer. Next up, we have Devenoh's base with this floating island. It's kind of like a skyblock kind of vibe. And we got a happy gas we even got a happy gas freely flying here too. So I guess we could start with right here with the big tree. This is a really lovely tree. This place is a vibe. All cherry blossoms. It's very cozy. It's very peaceful too. I love the campfire that's been placed here. So I guess this is the main entrance. I just love custom trees, especially like these. And we can go out and we can just see how lovely this island is. It's with the trees and everything. Yeah, I love custom trees. They like the shapes you can make out of them. I think this is kind of reminiscent of the sapling too. So that's kind of cool. Making the sapling a bigger version using a custom tree. I love it. I love it. I do wonder how you access the other places. I think this is just a tree farm, nothing too special. I think if we go down here, we should be able to access the crop farm. We also got this actually. I want to show this off. This is just a much more simpler, a single tree. I think this is a vanilla tree too, which is actually pretty nice in this case. We got a little pond. You have to go up here. Yeah, this is a beaut. This is a beaut. Good view of everything too. We also got the crop farms. I think this is all just wheat. A little pumpkin here on the side. Going up here is a little tree farm. Pretty nice and simple. There is one thing I don't know about. It's actually, I don't know how you get to this island. I guess you have to use an elytra. Oh, that was close. I'm guessing this is Devenoh's main base. Features some stables, which, you know, good luck for any horses trying to get up here. That'd be kind of rough. I think there's actually kind of a stable, like a barn stuff. Stables and barns. So yeah, I really love it. I don't think there's a house per se. I did see a tower here, but I want to just show off just like this whole island. I really love it. Floating islands is a vibe that I don't think I've seen in quite a while on Divergent SMP. So seeing the return of a floating island is actually kind of a fresh look for the server. Now I did see this very ominous looking tower. I didn't recognize this. I don't know who owns this. I can go ahead and check right now actually. This is also Devenoh. It's their tower. It's very evil and intimidating. Also very long. I'm just gonna skip the climb really quick. Just fly straight up. Oh no, this is bad, this is bad. Oh god, no. Ooh, that was close. I almost broke my legs trying to get up this tower. So evil and intimidating, I could have died from it. But I think this is just straight up a tower. I don't think there's anything else about this tower. Yeah, look at that. Lovely view, lovely view. If only my render distance could actually render something higher without exploding my PC. Alright, we actually got a few more of Penguin's bases. I think this right here is the main penguin, the Antarctican military base. Now this gives me nostalgia because back in season 2, Antarctica also had a fun little military base, and I tried sneaking into it one time, so we're gonna try again. Notice, military installation, lethal force authorized, military personnel only. Well, I mean, hello, there's actual worker here. But you know, we're just gonna go ahead and sneak right on through, just like so. Hello, don't mind me, just sneaking around. Shh. It's not. Try to alert them. This river is not traversable at this time. I think they're getting distracted by the ducks, so let's just quickly move on by. I think that's a nice little radio tower. Ooh, that was close. We almost got caught by them. Let's go around this way. Let's go around this way. Okay, I don't know what this building is. Let's go take a look. Ooh, hello. Looks like they got this looks like some kind of security building. You got security cameras on the whole place. Looks like it's an armory too. Let's go ahead and sneak around them. Does this place have a door? Yes, let's sneak in. Hello. Looks like this place hasn't been upkept for a while. There's copper golems, but they're all completely frozen. Ooh, that was close. There's another guard here. There's another guard there. I swore I just heard a warden, but I think we can worry about that for a second. We can worry about that later. What's in here? Some kind of door? How does I press this button? Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, okay, I got like a bunch of rockets. I'm just gonna put some of this back in here. So, okay, well, I guess I just got a bunch of extra rockets. Thanks. Oh my god, the warden. Oh my god, the warden got me. Oh, okay, there's a warden here. I'm getting out of here. Oh, okay. Ooh, panic. It's so dark and scary. Where am I? I don't even know where I am. It's so dark. Where am I? It's literally pitch black. Oh. Okay, that was horrifying. Okay, I don't think any of them noticed me, which is surprising. Damn it, I didn't realize the warden was still dangerous. Stay calm. We'll be fine. We just have to huddle down for a while, hunker down for a bit. Yeah, I think we might be okay now. There is a switch here. I think this opens up the gate, so we're just gonna try and activate it. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, there's the warden. It's trying to make any big noises. Shut this down behind us. Okay, it's sniffing us. Open doors key. I don't know what that means. Okay, it looks like it's some kind of prison for the ducks. Little context, the server used to have a little bit of a... Hi, don't mind me. There used to be a little bit of a civil war against ducks and penguins. And, you know, the war never had a true winner. But it's even now, there's still effects of the war taking place. Okay, there's a lecture here. I wonder what this does. Any text? December 2022, 1976. At 12:55, a gathering of ducks approached border. Report to Colonia. At 2 p.m. Captain Gwyn Gives orders to use lethal force if necessary, but to warn the ducks, otherwise take prisoner. On January 23rd, 1976, at 3 o'clock. Ducks are warned their continued presence would result in lethal force or imprisonment. Ducks unresponsive. Reports from Abden Gwyn to probe for intentions and missions. Nothing gathered. And then on the 29th of January in 1976, at 9 p.m., six ducks taken prisoner due to refusal to comply to armed guards ordered to leave. Order on high alert. Okay, so I don't know if these ducks have had any intentions. I guess they were just here. But either way, this guy is hella scary. He's just trapped there. Why would he capture a warden? I feel like that's crazy. What point would there be to have a warden? Anyways, I'm getting the hell out of here. That's everything we needed to worry about this place. Let's just go. Alright, let's just quickly sneak out of here. Yeah, Antarctica's kind of scary. Much scarier than last time I've been there before, all those years back. But you know what's not scary? The builds that Penguin has been working on near the end of the season. So I think this is Penguin's, I don't know what this is. Yeah, like copper round base. I don't know what to show off for this. They're all kind of in the works. I think he wasn't able to make it by the end. And this is also a house here. I think this house is a Dead by Daylight reference, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, you even got the whole hidey closet and everything. So yeah, Penguin's a big fan of Dead by Daylight. So I suppose this was supposed to be a Dead by Daylight map. Yeah, pretty nice. Not too bad. Now we can also go this way. This place here, right next to my tree farm, is actually Avery's place. Now Avery was more focused on the farms this season. They did have a little base here. I think this is just the exterior. This is kind of reminiscent to the wool shop they had at the shopping district. Actually, I think it might have been decorated, so we can take a look. Go in. Oh yeah, look at that. Super cozy. We got a bunch of lecterns about empty books. Yeah. Got bookshelves, tables. I love the use of the cherry sapling wood. We can go up here. I think this might be the bedroom. Ooh, more study hall stuff. This might be a place of study, potentially. I think this place could have been a bedroom. This place, I think, is just at the top of the tower. This place also had a downstairs, so we can see what's down here. Another study hall. Really nice, really nice. I love how they used snow and dark oak, birch, and cherry wood. I feel like all of these kind of blend together nicely with the deep slate wood. Not wood, this is not deep slate wood. The deep slate stone variants as well. So yeah, I really love this place. This house looks really nice. I really love it. We can fly out here and we can see that there was a build that was in the works. I think it was kind of similar to this style. We have the sheep farm, which I think is over there. We got sniffers, a bunch of forest fruit, I think that's what they're called. Yeah, so a lot of emphasis on farms. I think they're all underground. I think there's a lot to go through as well. So I think this will show off this amount for now. I think hopefully next season we get to see something cool from Avery as well. I actually want to return here. I did show you a little clip of the submarine, but I didn't realize there was I think it's an Azure Isle ship, I think, as well. So we can take a closer look here as well. So we can take a closer look. I think this submarine used to have like an actual like opening on it, if I'm not wrong. I don't think I see it here this time. I think the way I see furnaces in terracotta, which makes me assume that there's a way to open it. Maybe perhaps I can use a bow and arrow. Oh, look at that. That's awesome. That's so awesome. We can fly here too. There's a happy gas and everything. Wait, this is kind of sick. This is actually kind of sick. I didn't realize that there was an actual opening this time around that you could actually activate. More inside of the ship. Whoa. We got submarine action too? Holy cow. This is very immersive. I don't know if it's possible to activate per se. I think, oh wait, maybe this is. No, it's not. Okay. Oh, that closes us in. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of cool. I really like that. I really love that. I love how functional the submarine is, like in terms of opening the gate. That's so cool. And then we also got the Azure ship over here. I think this one might have an interior as well. Yeah, look at that. It's like all storage crates and everything in here, like a true ship. It's really cool. I believe the lore between these two Divergents is that they actually have a military alliance, if I'm not wrong. They have some kind of like political alliance that they're having. That's really nice. I didn't expect there to be a second ship, so I think it was worth going back here for sure. Now we're almost done. We got 2 more places left, but for those locations, we're gonna have to take a little flyby down this direction. I think this is the island, if I'm not wrong. Yes, there it is with the landscaped lands. Right here is another part of PJ's base. I think this was on a work in progress though. Yeah, I believe this is a freestyle build if I'm not incorrect either. So like this is pretty good in terms of its scale. I think this is more or less just in the works. Nothing fully set in stone. I think there's still things being built. This tunnel down here, where does this lead to? It's another Antarctican thing. Oh, it's the glue factory. Yeah, apparently there was some horse breeding shenanigans going on here as well, but I think that whole operation got moved. Yeah, I think this would have been the entrance to this whatever building it was going to be. Take a look. We can take a look here with the free cam. It was going to be big, and I'm assuming this wasn't going to be the only building either. Considering we can see the kind of the mapped out roads here, so it seems like this would have been one part of a much bigger whole. Yeah, I really like it. I really like the build style this thing has. It's a shame we didn't get to see this be completed, but I'm very glad that you know, even when things are not fully done, people still come here and try to finish with it as much as they can. And I like that. I do like that. I like the efforts. But okay, that was PJ's island. We still got one more final spot. It is down this way, I believe. And it is yet another island type build. I think we should be able to see it coming into this area. Yeah, there it is. Stella's Island. I think this was meant to be some kind of like amusement park thing. This was not a finished project, but some good progress was made on it. First, we gotta make sure we do it justice and actually sleep, make it daytime. But yes, let's go ahead and get started over here. This was kind of like the residential area. I did help out with like the planning of where things were going to be. So this place was going to be more or less just the residential area, and this whole island was going to be like a tourist attraction kind of deal. So you can see these are more or less just decorative houses. None of these houses have interiors, but you can kind of see it kind of has this Midwest American feel. A very nice little curb of a neighborhood. I think this over here might be a playground of some sorts. Yeah, it's definitely a playground. I mean, look at that. Look at the swings. I really like the trees that they have here. We got this like nice shade of gray from the acacia wood, and also the other stone blocks that were used, and just the occasional leaves that make it these kind of like, they're not conifers, but I don't know the best way to call them, but I do love these kind of trees. But the main attraction here is actually these ruins. Look at that. I think this was inspired by the Rao base. The Rao ruins in Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree. So we got these ruins branching off, the bridge breaking down. I love the terraforming that was done here on the cliffs here. It's not just the ruins, but it's also the cliff that the ruins lay on top of. And we got the ruins here as well. I love the palette that they used. And then inside here, you got a little throne room too. How nice. Yeah, let's go up here and take a proper look. You can take a look from here. And you can see just going up here, the ruins are so nice. Just like walking through them. It feels like you're going through a lot of history. And then you can see, you continue going around here. Take a good look at that scale. And you go up into this area. Boom. Into the tomb. With very atmospheric lighting. I like it. I think this is actually a great place for me sitting on this throne. Thank you everyone for watching this base tour. I know it's a little bit scuffed because, well, I had 4 hours left to record this base tour and I'm literally doing this last minute. But hopefully you enjoyed Season 8. For Season 9, I'm looking forward to do more videos like this, not just for the base tour, but just like any moments, any kind of interactions, community type events that happen on Season 9. So I'm looking forward to that as well. And of course, the eventual Season 9 base tour. I really enjoyed this. I love going through everyone's bases and see what they built and the progress and everything, whether it's finished or not finished. But either way, I genuinely loved just going through Divergent SMP, taking one last look before the season ends by the end of today. So thank you for watching. I hope you guys are looking forward to the next Season 9 moments. And remember, always have a good day, and I'll see you in Season 9. Goodbye!